Okay, this is the application for the Spear Scientific 800110 IR thermometer. And before I actually go in and show you how to use the application of the thermometer, I want to give a couple little points on the home screen. Here in the upper left-hand corner is the icon that allows you to pair, and the little red icon lets you know whether or not you are paired or not. When it turns green, you are paired with the thermometer. Of course, down here, your mid-max and your average appear. You have two different ways of measuring, continuous and scan or spot. And then inside settings, you can turn the laser on or off. If you remember, we talked about this having the cone-shaped area so you can see exactly where you were measuring. If you choose to turn that off, this is how you would do that. And then, of course, you could change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius and change the emissivity, which is a very nice feature in any IR thermometers to be able to do that so that you can have the most accurate readings possible. So as you can see, I can have paper green or water snow, any sort of different type of settings. Sand would have one, and that's how this would do. So I was down here. We're going to go scan human, then go over from there. Now let's go ahead and pair the unit. So the first thing you do is you turn it on by using the gray buttons in the back of the actual unit. And as you can see, that little green light appeared almost instantaneously because this unit was paired in advance. But if you wanted to see and select the devices in the area, you would just go there. You would click on the icon itself, and you hit close. Now I'm unpaired. Now I'm paired. So once you actually pair the unit, it actually recognizes itself and auto repairs. So let's say you get without 100 feet of your phone and you're taking measurements for whatever reason, it would auto recognize itself and turn itself back on. Now that I am paired, I can go ahead and start taking readings. So in order to take readings, you choose whether you're going to be in scan or continuous monitoring. I'm going to do continuous monitoring. I turn the actual unit on by hitting this icon for a second or so, take my finger off, and now I am actually taking readings. And so what that does is communicate to the thermometer to turn on and allows you to take readings. Because I am in continuous mode, I've configured my iPhone so that it is not going to turn dark or going to time out or go to sleep, whatever you want to call it. And so what you do, you go to the auto lock feature inside settings under display, and you disable that. Inside an Android, they have settings inside the display settings that allows you to accomplish the exact same task. And so what this graph is showing you is the different temperatures of the area that I'm at, and as I'm pointing the thermometer at different places, you can see how it's actually changing. So because we are leveraging the technology of a phone to be our screen and kind of like the brains and everything else behind what we are doing here, the nice feature of that is you have a lot of the different features that you're used to in the phone. So as an example, you can pinch this in and you can see the different readings. I can click this button right here, which would stop the readings. This is in essence your on and off button. I can now save that file. I can now email this file to myself. And so I'm going to type in the location that I'm at. It's going to be Devon. So let's say I'm doing a temperature study inside an office building. The target was the desk. The desk. I can attach a picture or take a picture. So you can actually just take a picture using the phone, because my phone is actually down. I'm just going to go ahead and use the photo album. Attach a picture to this. And again, leveraging the technology of the phone, we're allowed to use a voice memo. And this is a great feature because this allows you to not have to write everything down. You can leave yourself a voice message. So by simply holding down the microphone icon, I can go ahead and leave a message as long as I want. I was in Devon's office today. It was extremely hot during my study, and this is what we might want to take a look at doing in the future. Then you do call it whatever you want to do it. You save the file. Now you have the file that I just saved. Now I'm going to go ahead and email all this information to myself or to a coworker or to whomever needs to have it. So it opens up your email client on your system. And what's really nice is, again, it's going to attach the GPS location that you're at. So you're at Devon. This is a GPS location. So if you're out in the field taking various different well readings, or if you're different, motors or whatever you're doing, it'll let you know your GPS location so you know exactly where you're at. There's your CVS file, there's your picture, and there's the WAV file, my voice message. And all this information will be included in the email. So I don't need to email that to myself. But let's go ahead and take a spot reading or a scan reading. So we're just going to switch to here. It's going to ask you, do you want to save the record, because I'm changing from one to the other. I don't wish to do that. Again, now all I'm going to do is click this for a second. It'll turn it on, and I can save that reading and move on. And then I can email this reading, all the same information if I want, to the desk, the picture of the desk, whatever I want to do. You can only do one at a time as you do this, because it's just a spot reading as you go through this whole different process. So this is the Spear Scientific 800110 application for our IR thermometer.